Day 212 of doing a LeetCode problem every day until I get a job. All right, y'all, we're back again another day, another LeetCode problem. This time we're at day 212 and we're still going strong, y'all. You already know how we do. We're doing LeetCode every day until we accomplish our goals, and we're helping uplift each other and encouraging each other to stay disciplined and stay consistent as well, because we're all Swift programmers and we're all in this stuff together, y'all. Every master started as a beginner, so we're not letting imposter syndrome set in. We're all going to take our first step in order to get to our 10,000 hours in order to achieve the mastery of the Swift programming LeetCode journey, y'all. So I hope you're excited about that. Now, before we get started today, though, y'all, if you guys need any new Apple AirPods, go ahead and check out the link in the description and go ahead and get you some, y'all. And then after that, go ahead and bring a mouse right over here and click that subscribe button for me, y'all. And then after you click that subscribe button, go ahead and smash that like button for me, y'all. And then after you smash that like button, I'm calling all of my bankers. I repeat, all of my bankers to the comment section right now. I need y'all to drop 2 bank emojis in the comment section so we can run up this engagement and we can push this content out to a broader audience, y'all. As Swift community members, it's up to us to help the community to grow and get as many people interested in learning about Swift as possible. And one way we can do that is to share this content out with as many people as we can find that will watch it. So your support is appreciated when it comes to that. Now, with all that being said, y'all, let's get started. And today we have question number 56, merge intervals. The difficulty level is medium, but don't worry, we're going to keep the solution as simple and easy to understand, because we're all here on different levels of our programming journey, and we want everybody to be able to walk away from this video having learned something, y'all. So that's why we're going to keep the solution as simple and easy to understand, so everybody can understand the solution at the end of this video, no matter where they are on their programming journey. So let's see what the question says. And the question says, given an array of intervals where intervals I equals start I, end I, merge all overlapping intervals and return an array of the non-overlapping intervals that cover all the intervals in the input. So that seems a little difficult to understand, so let's look at the example so we can make it make sense. In example 1, we have the input intervals equals a 2D array of intervals. Basically, the first array is going to say 1, 3, second array is 2, 6, third array is 8, 10, 15, the last array is 15 and 18. The output says it's another 2D array. First array is 1, 6, second array is 8, 10, third array is 15 and 18. Explanation says since intervals 1, 3, and 2, 6 overlap, we merge them into 1 and 6. So let's see what they mean by that, y'all. So what they're saying is, let's draw it out, right? So let's say this is the first interval. Let's say 1, then this could be 2, and then this could be 3, right? Or we could space them out so just so it looks a little easier on the eyes. So that's the first interval, right? Second interval is 2, 6. So that would be, we would start right here. That'd be 2 right here. Then we go 3, 4, 5, 6, right? So that's the second interval. Then the third interval would go, we come over here, it's 8, 10, so it go, this is, let's see what this, that's not 6. So if this was 6, right, boom, if this was 6, so then we'd have 7, then we'd have 8 right here, boom, then it go 9, then it go 10, right? Right, so yeah, that would be the third interval. Then let's get the last interval, right? So if that's 10, we come over, we'd be 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, right? Then we'd have 15, that'd be 16, that'd be 17, then we'd have 18 right here. So as you can see, these intervals right here overlap. That's what it's talking about when it says 1, 3, and 2, 6 overlap, right? So since these 3 overlap, see, it's the 2 right here, 6 all the way over here. So we come down here and we would just say, or not, we won't come down here, but just so for the picture, just so y'all can understand, it would be, excuse me, y'all, let's get this lined up correctly. That would be 1. Then we'd have the 2 right here. Then, that'd be the 2. That'd be the 3. that'd be the 4, that'd be the 5, and 6 would be right here. Boom. So since they overlap, we're basically just combining these two, and we're just going to make it 1, 6. Then this will stay the same because it's not overlapping anything, so we just have the second. This would be 8, 10, and then it'd be the same thing over here. Since we're not overlapping anything, it'd just be, it'd be 15, 16, 17, 18. And so since these are not overlapping anything, we could just keep them the same. That's why in the output, where we at? The output 8 and 10 and 15 stay the same like they are in the input because they're not overlapping. But these two, 1, 3 and 2, 6 right here, they overlap. So we're just going to merge them and make that into 1, 6, right? Boom. And then that's where the output comes from. We got the 1, 6, 8, 10, 15, 13. That's this right here. Boom. So that's how that works. And that's why we return the output, because we're just merging these two because they overlap. Nothing else overlaps. So we just keep those the same. And that's how we get the output. Boom. So that's example 1. Let's look at example 2. See what that says. So we could really make it make sense in case you didn't understand that. So in example 2, we have the input intervals equals a 2D array of integers. The first one is 1, 4. Second one is 4, 5. Output is 1, 5, right? So it's the same thing. We say 1, then that'd be 2, that'd be 3, that'd be 4. No, sorry, it stops at 4. So boom, that'd be 4. Then we come down here. This time we're starting at 4, and we just go 4, 5. This should be a 4. We just go 4. We could, 4, 5, boom, just like that, right? So since these overlap, they overlap at the 4, right? So we could bring this down, and it'd be the same thing. It'd go 1, then that'd be 2, that'd be 3, that'd be 4, then we have the 5 right here. Boom, and it's just like that, and that's why the output is 1, 5, because in this case, they overlap. They barely overlap, but this still counts as the overlap. They overlap at 4. They have 2 4s that overlap each other, so that's why the output ends up being this 1, 5, just like it is here, right? Boom, it says, explanation says, intervals 1, 4 and 4, 5 are considered overlapping. And that's because even though this is the last integer in the first array, it's still the first integer in the second array, and they overlap right here at the 4. The 4 is where they overlap. That counts as an overlap, so the output is 1, 5. So that's what the question is asking. That's how it works. Now that we understand that, let's get into the fun part. Actual code. Excuse me, I think I deleted a bracket right there. Yeah. So let's get into the fun part. Actual code. Code's not that difficult, y'all. We should be able to get through this pretty quickly, so let's get through it. First thing we are going to do is we are going to say declare variable. We're going to say var intervals equals intervals dot sorted. We'll open up the brackets. We're going to say $0, square bracket 0. So what this $0 is going to represent each element in the 2D array, right? So that's going to represent that. Boom. Then we're going to come out here. We're going to say it's greater than, it's going to represent the 2D array. Sorry, not just the one, but the whole interval, right? The 1, 3. Then we're going to say $1, index 0, or square bracket 0. That's going to represent this one, right? Then we're going to come down here, and we are going to say declare variable output, set that equal to an array of intervals, square bracket 0. Then we're going to come underneath that, and we are going to start our for loop, and we're going to say for slot in intervals. What we are going to do is we're going to say if slot square bracket 0 is less than or equal to output dot last exclamation point, because that will be optional, square brackets 1, we're going to open up the brackets. We're going to say output square brackets, output dot count minus 1. Then we're going to come outside of that. We're going to say square bracket 1. Then we're going to say it's equal to max parentheses output dot last exclamation point, square bracket 1, comma, slot, square bracket 1 again. Then we're going to come right here for the if statement. We're going to say else. Come down here. We're going to say output dot append parentheses slot. Then we're going to come right here and we are going to say return output. Now that should be all she wrote, y'all. Let's run it. Make sure it runs properly. You know how this stuff can get. You can never be too sure. Ooh, first try. So let's submit it. One thing I learned about programming, you never lose awe of getting it on the first try. You're always excited about getting it on the first try, y'all. And look at that, y'all. Beats 23.21% of users with Swift, y'all. Not too bad. We'll get those numbers up as we go further down our LeetCode journey. But right now, we just want to get a solution that everybody can understand so we can apply that knowledge to further LeetCode problems, and we can at least be able to answer the problems that are in front of us without getting too in our heads and worrying about the time complexity, y'all. But don't worry, we'll get the time complexity up as we continue down our journey. And I hope y'all learned something today, and I hope to see y'all here tomorrow for another day, another LeetCode problem. See y'all then. Oh.